Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we are talking about Top 10 Luxury Exotic EV Sport Cars. We are living through a high period for the super sports car. Never before has there been such a varied and exotic mix of offerings available within this swollen niche of the performance car market, each car with its own blend of qualities and mechanical subtleties. The list of 10 cars below features everything from hardcore hooligans to more forward-looking mid-engined hybrids. There's a car for all tastes in this segment, but the ones below are our picks of the bunch. Please help us grow our channel by typing the word subscribed in the comment section below. Number 1. Ferrari Roma. The Roma is a new mold of a more affordable Ferrari that feels very much like an old one. The classically beautiful, V8-powered, front-engined, 2+2-seater coupe shares its platform with the Portofino but has looks and handling appeal way beyond the reach of that convertible relation. It is perhaps most alike Maranello's popular 550 Maranello of the late 1990s in spirit, although not technically in every way, a compact, temptingly attainable, daily usable sporting GT. Number 2. Porsche 911 Turbo S. Porsche's brutally fast, incomparably usable, four-wheel drive performance icon is back for the 992 generation, and once again ranks as one of the quickest point-to-point car on the planet. Four-wheel drive and new twin-turbocharged engine tuned to 641 bhp contrive to deliver a 2.6 seconds 0-62 miles per hour time and a top speed comfortably north of 200 miles per hour. And as with other Porsche 911s in the current range, you can also expect a first-class cabin with tangible luxury allure, and a degree of under-the-radar subtlety absent from some of the more extrovert cars on this list. Number 3. Aston Martin Vantage. Aston Martin took a giant leap into true blue driver's car territory with the new Vantage. Never before had Gaydon departed so clearly from its traditional preference for fairly laid-back, long-legged, old-school front-engine GT sports cars than it did here. So much about the new Vantage, from its first-order performance level to its tight, tenacious body control to its impressively advanced driveline specification and its on-track composure, handling precision and staying power, tells you loud and clear that it's ready to transform Aston into a firm that can be taken seriously. Number 4. Aston Martin DB11 V8. The Aston Martin DB11 V8 is the bigger brother of the Vantage. The V8 is the entry-level version, and the one that most qualifies for the car for consideration as an out-and-out driver's car. And, by making the top half of this list, you can assume that it qualifies pretty well. It isn't the most refined car in its class, with tire roar and some rustling of air passing over the base of the A-pillar. Cabin ambience is old-school luxurious, with brogued leather in abundance if you want it. Number 5. Honda NSX. Honda has managed to deploy world-first powertrain technology with a superb lightness of touch here. It has used unconventional means to refine and enhance, rather than reinvent, the conventional mid-engine driver's car. And it has produced a very rare breed of exotic as a result, one that doesn't shout about its potential or impose itself on your senses, but is instead a very mature and complete driver's car, and has multifaceted appeal whatever your prevailing speed and journey. However, for its fusion of talents, the NSX deserves plenty of respect, and perhaps even a certain reverence. Among mid-engine options, arguably only the McLaren 570S, now discontinued but still widely available, offers a more rounded, versatile and compelling driving experience, but it does so. Number 6. Audi R8 V10. The Audi R8's technical relation to the company's motorsport efforts is clear. The car is a visceral, singular tribute to power and performance, noise and revs, grip and traction. It's hugely exciting to drive, although not quite as rounded, communicative or engaging as the very best super sports cars. When we first drove the latest R8, we felt it had lost some of the old car's character, trading it for a more digital form. However, with the introduction of the R8 RWD, which, unsurprisingly, drops its front-driven axle, a good helping of that character has been restored. The car can now be had in V10 Performance RWD, 562 bhp and V10 Performance, 612 bhp forms, which can be combined with closed-roof coupe or open-top spider bodies. Number 7. Mercedes-AMG GTR. With the space frame underbody structure of a supercar, an engine from a muscle saloon, suspension tuned for maximum attack on the track and yet the practicality and luxury feel of an elegant coupe, or roadster, the GT is an even more bewildering addition to the sports car world than the Mercedes-Benz SLS was. Affalterbach introduced the more hardcore, R version of the car in 2017, as its ambitions to make inroads into the market of near-neighbor Porsche's GT car clientele grew. The GTR is something of a brute compared to rivals in this chart, the kind of car to beat a bump into submission rather than breathe over the top of it, and that can feel marvelously over-endowed for power with the electronic aids disengaged. Number 8 Chevrolet Corvette C8. For its latest iteration, the Corvette has gone mid-engined. Yes, quite a development, that, but not, as it turns out, something anyone should be having serious misgivings about. For around £75,000 in the UK, the C8 offers a 475 bhp naturally aspirated V8, an interesting and dramatic cabin, and genuinely well-honed mid-engine dynamics. It's not as precise or feelsome as the now discontinued McLaren 570S and doesn't generally have the same poise or accuracy as an Audi R8 or 911 Turbo. The truth is, if you don't like the way this car sounds and how heartfelt and genuine its character is, I'm not sure you can really claim to be a true car fan. And if you can't respect how much better a sports car the Corvette has now become, whether it's quite the kind of sports car you happen to like, or the break from the sporting norm it used to be, we'd say you're simply not giving it an even break. It's that simple. Number 9 Nissan GTR Nismo. It may have been around for more than a decade now, but the Nissan GTR remains one of the quickest, most capable super sports cars money can buy. The hardcore Nismo version builds on this. There's a more aggressive aero package that includes a sizable rear wing, an increase in torsional rigidity, as well as tweaked springs, dampers and anti-roll bars for even greater levels of agility. Nissan says these modifications make the GTR Nismo even more playful on the limit, which can only be a good thing. Of course, it's still devilishly quick in a straight line too. Its 3.8-liter V6, whose twin turbos come courtesy of Nissan's GTR GT3 race car. Number 10 BMW M8 Competition. It's debatable whether this £130,000, 616 bhp BMW Super Coupe, which also comes as a convertible or a four-door, as you prefer, really ought to be considered here as a super sports car, or alongside the likes of a Bentley Continental GT as a super GT. BMW's M Division was certainly seeking to bridge both classes when it bestowed M Division tuning and styling on the M8, as well as a luxurious interior, and a driver-selectable four-wheel drive system whose front driveshafts can be disengaged completely. For BMW M car aficionados, this may be the top of the tree, but viewed in the wider context of the niche in which it plays, the M8 lacks some of the finer detail on both genuine driver appeal and static desirability. If you like this video, please subscribe, like and hit the notification bell to receive our future content as it is released. Thanks for watching.